Yung gabi. Hi and good afternoon to everyone, and welcome
Gabi.
to the Toxic Show episode blah blah blah. so, Tagalog tayo muna ngayon para maintindihan ng lahat, and naantay pa namin yung guest namin kasi on the way pa lang. Medyo na traffic.
Na traffic.
Mm.
Na
Kutsi,
traffic.
sorry, medyo traffic lang pero super lapit ko na. You can start naman. Let me prep lang. Yep, yep.
Alright.
Naka-start na kami. Doki. Okay. So
We're
anyway,
chilling while we're chilling.
yep. Anyway, guys, I'd like to uh, thank one of our upcoming major ultra magnetic sponsor, which is
Sponsored.
Sini Haiku PH. So I'll drop the link. Hopefully you can check out their Facebook page. This is managed and is the owner is Neil Marion. So Facebook page, there you go, and then here's the screenshot of the page. So Sini Haiko, please do support Sini Haiko, guys. This is our Ilonggo local cinematography, video, churvanes, all the stuff. So yeah, ano na lang, like and share na lang to your friends. Sini Haiko. Please lang.
Say hi to Heavenly Radio too.
Heavenly Radio.
Heavenly Radio.
Yes. Good afternoon from the Philippines, Heavenly Radio. Okay, so we also would like to promote Heavenly Radio. So here's the Heavenly Radio PH.
YouTube link.
YouTube link is. Give me a second. You're on. Copy, then paste here. So please do support, subscribe, like all the videos, and share to your friends. Heavenly Radio's YouTube channel. This is our very own local Iloilo radio station. Okay? Please do support them. Okay? This is owned and managed by Scotch Celestial. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Heavenly Radio. So, yep. So today's episode will be all about unraveling depression. All about depression. So we have a guest from Manila, Dr. Gladys from the Your Millennial Psychologist. So here's the Facebook page of Your Millennial Psychologist. You can drop them a message in case you want to do some online counseling or stuff. So,
Counseling.
yep, there's the Facebook page. So,
She's a millennial, so she understands.
Anyway, good afternoon, Rex Hirao. Thank you so much, for watching. We have 256 viewers right now, and hopefully, a lot can join us for today's episode. And I'll forward the link to my batchmates. out topic, but please watch the live now. Now. Here's the link. This is the first time I'm promoting our YouTube channel to my high school batchmates.
Aray ko po.
So we have 200
Go.
plus viewers right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, MN Armada, thank you so much for the $2 Canadian. Thank you so
Aray.
much. Our
Ooh, hey
former
you.
guest, all the way from Canada, Mr. Michael Armada. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you can join us right now, but I do believe that you are like 4 p.m. in the morning.
No, I think it's like 1 where
One?
he is.
Yeah.
1 in the
Oh, anyway,
morning,
thank you so much, Brad, Michael, for tuning in and for your support. Piyong-piyong ko, anay.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Brad.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anyway, would like to do a shout out also for Boombox Productions. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Sa boombox.
Yep. Boombox Production PH is also our local production, music production in Iloilo. So, yep. Okay. So we'll mention all the members so that they will be. Yes. Boombox Production is headed by Noisky Armadatan, Tony Ligayada, Paul Tan, Kim Yu, Kim Ong, Fritz La Rosa, Ninong Bantam, Villarreal Madiklom, Neil Calar, Neil Hamindon Hamilarin Pindon, Neil Marion Dinila, of course, Ernie Chua Tamayo, and Ivan Paul Escalar and Arnick. Okay, so Boombox Production will be having their I think their first online music scene production this maybe this coming December or early next year. So hopefully we can support them as well. Okay. So please do like Boombox Production as well, their Facebook page.
Drop the link.
I'll drop the link. Give me a second. Boombox Productions. Yes, this is it.
So
Boombox Productions.
Well,
Yep. Here's the Facebook page of Boombox Productions. Please do like the page and share with your metal friends. Okay, so
metal friends. Sup mga metals.
Hopefully makadamo-damo patas ang aton nga ano. Ba may naka 8, 9, 10, 11 naka scene sa may live ni Subong.
Kala nyo hop in. Come into our podcast.
Yes. So click the link.
We talk shit.
Subscribe. Hi and happy listening to all my high school batchmates from all the way from St. Paul's School, Barotac Nuevo, Iloilo. So they're scattered all over the world right now. So hopefully you guys can tune in and and support the channel. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. For all our newbies here in our channel, please do like the video, this stream, like all the videos actually, and please,
Everything.
yeah, everything, and
Watch
please,
everything
yeah,
too.
and please do subscribe, uh, and click that notification button for you to be updated with all of our upcoming videos. Yes, yes. So, thank you so much anyway sa tanan for all those who supported and watched or viewed our number one selling video, which is the 2020 dilemma. Thank you so much. We reached
Social dilemma.
4,000 views, 4,000 plus
Pretty
views
cool.
for
Pretty cool.
the 2020 dilemma.
Uh,
So if you haven't watched that, so please check out our YouTube page, and it will be our like main default video.
default.
Mhm.
Okay.
Featured default featured
Featured.
video. Yes.
Check it out.
Hey,
Really
yes.
chilling.
Wala pa rin yung ating doktor, so
Yes.
hopefully maka-wait muna kayo, ha? Anyway, thank you so
We're
much. 275 viewers. So, medyo konti ngayon yung ating viewers kasi hindi siguro nila ini-expect na Saturday ngayon yung ating live stream.
yeah, we
So,
changed the schedule. But that's
yep.
for this week though.
Yeah.
Just this week.
Yes. Yes.
Next week we're back to Friday, 8 p.m.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, thank you so
What?
much guys for still tuning in. May mga naka-ano pa rin naka-notify. May mga naka-turn on yung notification button nila kaya may 200 plus tayong viewers.
Hey,
So
happening.
yeah, anyway, just to let you know guys, we are a native of Iloilo, Philippines.
Mhm.
AA grew up in the Philippines in Iloilo, but he is a natural born American.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm in Cali,
Yes.
chilling
In Cali, chilling.
in lockdown.
In lockdown. So anyway,
Again,
how do you feel about the lockdown? Are you still in lockdown, right?
yeah,
In Cali. So
yeah.
what's
We just started.
what's the psychological effect to you? Are you depressed? Are you depressed?
Not really. Like I feel like
Chilling.
yeah, we're just chilling. I feel like everybody's adapted really good compared to how it first started, like in March when, when things were getting really bad and
Mhm.
like it was a sudden change of everything. So now I feel like everybody's adapted and kind of like used to it, I guess.
Yeah.
But not everybody. I
Not
can't speak
everybody.
for everybody.
Yeah.
People are protesting, so yeah, some people are pissed off. So, what
Yeah.
about you guys? What's happening?
I we had like zero community cases here in Singapore for like a couple of days already. Maybe like six. I think this is the sixth day or the seventh day that we had zero community cases. I think SCDF, my current employer company,
Mm-hmm.
CDF, Singapore Defense, Civil Defense Force. I think they're currently into checking out if we can reach like 14 days without any community cases before we go through
Like back to normal?
no the phase 3.
which is
which is I think the phase 3 would be you can gather up like 50 packs persons within
in a gathering.
in a gathering.
So
Yes.
like little concerts.
Yeah,
Sana
yeah, like
sana all.
Sana only, like a small concerts or stuff like that. Maybe,
Sana all.
hopefully, so that we can like cover some music scenes here as well
Yeah,
in
yeah.
um,
Singapore, huh?
in yeah Singapore. But
That's
anyway,
that would be pretty cool.
I am not really sure about that. I'm not really sure about the phase 3. I'm not really sure about what the plans for that. But hopefully soon we will be on phase 3. Hopefully soon. It was not yet announced regarding that one. It was just like a rumor, but hopefully soon we can get to the phase 3. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yep. And
And
we have
the
this
rest of the world.
we actually have this trace together app. It's an app which you get to scan like a QR code each time you enter like a facility or like in malls or boutiques. You scan the
Mm-hmm.
app, the QR code, and then using the app, which is traced together. But you have to turn on your Bluetooth for that one, and everyone in the area which you were like standing or walking, which has the same app and
Mm-hmm.
the Bluetooth is turned on, will automatically be traced or will be detected.
So
It's
y'all know if there's somebody
yep.
that's
So it
positive.
would help a lot for contact tracing, all the stuff.
Yeah,
It's really
contact
cool.
tracing
It's
data.
really cool though, because you don't get to like uh go through all which place this guy went to, if he's like uh determined as like positive or
A
something like that.
carrier.
Yep,
Yeah,
carrier. So
yeah.
everyone who has turned on the Bluetooth, which has the secure app, the Trace Together app, will automatically be yeah,
Notified.
notified. So yeah, it's
Pretty
really good.
cool, huh? I think that's really cool.
Yes, it is. But I think that I think they would need to have like 70% of Singapore's population. They are aiming to reach like 70.
Everybody,
Everybody
like
should
everybody logged in.
yeah. Everybody has the app, and everybody's turning on their Bluetooth. Yeah, but
And like the third, so meaning that's like everybody, and like the 30% of the population would be like babies or really or
yeah,
seniors,
yeah,
old people.
yeah.
So
But
basically everybody that has a phone.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But
So yeah, that's
we
about
yeah, but
70%.
yeah,
Yeah.
but we couldn't
That's
like
pretty cool
force. Yeah, but they I think they couldn't force everyone. Some don't
to get the
wanna
app.
yeah to get the app because like
There's always those people
mm,
that think it's a
privacy
conspiracy.
policy stuff, and
Privacy, yeah.
yeah, and they don't want to turn on the Bluetooth because it's like draining the battery
Draining.
faster. Anyway,
Well, I think new cell phones though have stronger batteries.
yeah, but
So,
not everyone has like a newer version, newest models of
oh, that's
phones.
true.
Yeah. Anyway, guys,
So,
we have 200 plus still viewers, and we'd like to welcome our guest for today for this Unraveling
hey,
Depression episode. We have Dr. Gladys.
what's happening?
I'll mention the full name, but we can call her. She wanted to be called like Miss G.
Miss G,
Yeah, Miss G.
G,
G.
G thing. She got that G
Wait,
thing
let
going
me
on.
check her. Dr. Gladys Samonte Canielo. Thank you so
I
much.
don't know. I don't know if we could, if oh wait.
Yeah, we can hear you now, Doc.
I don't know if you can see
Hello.
me.
Yep.
Although the video is like, hindi siya, I don't know if ganito ba talaga to or do I need to fix it or what?
You're a little laggy. Little.
Yeah.
Yes, a little.
Okay naman sa akin, ikaw.
Oo.
Wait, let
Medyo
me fix it first.
konting pagitna ka, Doc, sa ano mo, sa cam mo
Yun
para
na nga
makita ka
eh.
namin.
Spreading the cam. Wait, ang
We're
lapit
looking at
naman
your
pala
shoulder.
nito. I
Hey,
need to fix it
shoulder.
first.
Okay. No worries,
Wait
Doc.
lang.
Fix it first if you want. We have all the time until
Yeah, sige,
Yeah,
sige.
all the time in the 2 hours, like
Can you
all the
help
time
me?
in the world, chilling.
Move it. Move. Wait.
Sige lang,
Just,
Doc. Sige
ang hirap
lang.
ah. Ang hirap talaga yun. Kasi it's like, can you help me to fix wala bang options na parang ika-crop siya somewhere or
Wala.
like the
I think
StreamYard?
I think you're
Wala.
there.
Wala.
There
Wala.
you go. You
Sige.
like
Adjust mo na lang yung
Pa.
cam mo. Like, para gumitna ka lang.
Yeah, move pa.
yeah, to like
Wait, the other side? The other
to
side? No.
your
Your
More.
left.
to your left, to your
Left.
left.
There?
Left.
There you
Yes.
go.
There?
There you
Hey,
go.
you're
There
right
you go.
there. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, sige.
Okay. Medyo lagi ka lang.
Do I need to...
We can
I
hear
don't
you.
know, sa akin okay naman.
We can hear you naman, Doc. But I think in the stream, a little lagi ka lang. Pero okay lang. Naririnig ka naman namin.
Yes, which is
Yes.
that's
Okay,
what's
sige.
important is we hear each other.
Mhm.
Sige.
Kamusta, Doc? Kamusta yung...
Wait, let me off other
yeah,
other
off mo muna yung ano. Baka may
connections din para...
baka nagda-download ko pa dyan ng torrent,
Sige.
ha?
No. I do have kasi online class din kaya. So nandun pa sa isa.
Yun pala.
Anyway,
Oh.
so it seems naglalag ako.
Aha.
Konti lang po.
Konti lang. Importante man naririnig ka namin. We cannot justify really the connection, ISP connections in the Philippines.
Correct.
Yes.
There, medyo umakay na siya.
Mhm.
Just tell me if you cannot hear me clearly or although nagpo-pop up naman yung sinasabi niya. Like right now, it's like ear freeze.
Okay lang, Doc.
no,
Naririnig ka naman namin.
We hear you, yeah. We hear you loud and clear. So we're chilling. We talking.
Aha. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, sige.
So you're teaching a class right now?
I guess yeah. Sorry for the lagging of. I don't know if it's really my internet connection or what. Anyway, so sige. Ano na pala na pag-usapan nyo? Meron na ba?
Wala, mga pinag-usapan
No.
namin regarding lang sa buhay-buhay. Buhay-buhay, kung ano-ano lang.
Can you at least
doing
give me background kung nasan kayo or what? So,
I'm currently in Singapore, Doc. I'm in Singapore. I've been working here for almost I think 4 years or a little more, or I don't know. And AA is
California
Americano
and
yan.
LA. I've been here for about I grew up in Iloilo, and I've been here for about 4 years too. So we're chilling.
I see. Okay, that's why meron ka ng strong accent from LA.
I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So you're both
You know what I'm
both from
saying?
Iloilo din talaga. And
Yes.
then kumbaga parang a childhood friend within the band or I don't know.
Not
Like,
really
what's your,
childhood
Of
friends,
course,
yeah, but
we are into
see.
but yeah,
bands.
band music.
Yes, we're formerly into rock scenes naman in Iloilo. AA
Yeah,
AA is into his previous band is Boa A, right? Or your
Mm.
first?
Yeah, my
Yeah,
last band.
yeah. The last band was Boa, and I was also collaborating with AA's band.
Mm-hmm.
We the last gig that we had was together.
Yeah, that was
But
fun
yeah,
though.
and formerly I was the vocalist of, syempre, di ko pwedeng i-deny ito kasi mahal ko rin naman sila. I was the former vocalist of Diet of Worms back from 2002 until 2009, I think.
Oh, okay. I met
2000,
the
yeah.
Diet of Worms with the new vocalist. I guess with Ian na. Siguro mga around
Yes.
2010 na nga yun. So,
Yeah.
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 Okay,
I,
so you're the, ano pala. Okay.
yes, I
Actually,
am.
may na nasabi sa akin before. Pero, yeah, alam mo na, if if you want to talk about it further. Anyway, so,
Yeah.
okay. So,
Don't need to
good
talk
that
about
we
it
do have
na.
parang ano,
Uh,
that
may,
main
may,
ground of
may,
connection.
may psychological effect ba yan?
No, hindi naman talaga ako masyadong alam or what. But yeah, it's if they transition from sorry, medyo paano ba? Like to be honest, like aware ako with the diet of worms, pero yung with Ian na with the new vocalist. So, kumbaga from their album up to now, dun ako medyo kumbaga alam na have the tracks and so but I don't know if to compare kung how's the music or what. I'm sure naman if other members are almost they're the same ba? Set the other members?
The original members was me, Daniel, and Daniel Gerson, McCoy the drummer, and Melvin. Melvin.
Ah, okay. So I
Yes.
met Melvin. So if
Yes.
and somehow I'm sure his kind of way of alam mo na mga what do you call that? The technique and so anyway. Sige.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I think Daniel.
No. But
Daniel
my
was the.
connection is that
Yeah, I think Daniel was the first one to leave the band, and then I think
mm,
Gerson, and then McCoy, the drummer. So we got a new drummer, and then I left. I was the last one who left. Yes.
I see. Okay. Sige, medyo pagchismisan natin sa susunod.
Pwede
But,
naman. Pwede
in
naman.
connection with that
Yeah. Pwede
the
naman.
common grounds of the three of us, it's something to do with music. So, let me
Mm-hmm.
begin with the question of, is music a part of your coping mechanisms? Or, syempre, mahirap tanungin yung question na ano yung music sa buhay ng isang artist. Kasi syempre, for sure, it's part of you, it's part of yourself. But can you somehow explain to me? O, di ba, parang ako yung hindi guess. Parang ako yung
Oh, mas
magtatanong sa'yo.
okay, mas okay nga yan,
Yeah,
Doc.
parang at least,
She
Mas
just
okay
starts
yan.
give,
being, she just
yeah.
starts
Teka
doing
lang. Ano
therapy
yung ano ko?
and starts
Oo.
asking questions on
Sorry
how
for
you
that.
feel.
Yeah, at
That's
least give
chill.
me background of how you see music as your coping mechanism. Or if it's really a coping mechanism.
Ah, teka lang ha. Si AA
Um,
muna sasagot kasi yung
you
cam ko
don't have the
is,
camera.
yeah.
Okay. Well, with me, like I don't know. I listen to music every day. Like go on my way to work or when I wake up before I go to bed. Um, it's as a coping mechanism. Wait, what was your question? How do I use it as a coping mechanism?
Yeah, or if it's really for you, if music is really a coping mechanism, because other artists, other people thinks that music is not just music per se. It's more of part of their lives. It's more of an art from their own creative juice. It's more of
Or
the part of their core
It,
self.
it
Kumbaga.
yeah, I would say it would be like an extension of yourself, not necessarily a coping mechanism, but for like to me it's more of an extension. Like it's just there. Like you d- you can't live without music. Like you have to have music. So it's just like permanent, like it's something that you listen to or have every day. It's like breathing. Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
good. So music is
without
like
the music,
breathing.
it's like, yeah, what's life without music? Right? Like it'll
Exactly.
be really dull for sure. So yeah, it's like breathing to me, not coping.
Okay.
I wouldn't say.
For
Uh-huh.
me I think
Like,
before when I was so passionate about music, it was my stress reliever as well. So it when I feel like down or when I feel like pissed off, I really listen to metal music, and it's emotionally it's psychologically may parang ano sa akin, may parang anong tawag mo dun? May effect, may effect sa akin. Like if I feel so if like if I because I used to paint a lot. So whenever I paint, always may background music ako niyan. Like metal music yan. Like, makikinig akong Metallica, kikinig akong Nirvana, before pa yan. Like, makikinig akong Korn. And nagpupush sa akin na parang nagaganahan akong magpinta. And
kind of
if
like get high, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
it's
Ecstasy
hyping me up.
feeling.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if depressed ako, it's like if, kasi naranasan ko to before, like, sobrang pissed off ako, tapos, parang may problema ako noon before sa, like, family stuff. And then, nandun lang ako sa sulok, tapos, umiiyak. Oh, drama naman ito. Umiiyak. And then, I was actually listening to, ewan ko kung sasabihin yung OA, pero I was listening to Avril Lavigne.
Hey, I love Avril Lavigne. What?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah,
I love
pero
Avril.
kung always, hindi mo naman matatanggal yan sa like musician or music lover na hindi mag-appreciate ng music and make music as part of uh, their life, kahit na nasakay ka lang sa train or nasa bus ka lang,
Hmm.
tapos
Yeah.
nakikinig ka, parang
Yeah.
para sa akin naha-hype up ako, like ganado akong pumunta ng work, pag
Hmm.
into programming ako before, pag nagpo-programming ako, nagko-coding ako, hindi pwedeng walang music, walang sound trip. Kailangan talaga meron para ganadong ganado. So,
Okay.
yeah, may malaki yung effect ng music para sa akin. Pero ni minsan hindi pa nagdulot ng depression sa akin yung music. Nag-hype up lang ng pagka-depress ko. Pero hindi siya naging cause.
Can we,
Or trigger.
since you use the word depression,
Mm.
yeah, or in that part of trigger, can we somehow try to further redefine the word depression? Let me ask you
Ano ba,
direct
Doc?
question. Is it, are
Ikaw yung
you
dapat
directly
mag-define ng
client?
depression dito? Ano ba?
Hindi, parang are you really diagnosed, clinically diagnosed with
No,
depression?
no.
That's why you use
No.
that word? No.
No, no, no.
Okay. So,
Depressed in a sense na feeling lonely ka, feeling
Down.
down ka, parang ganun lang.
I see.
So
Heavy.
ang yung word na
Lost.
depression is
Confused.
tinakat na lang namin yan into sinasabi namin o nafi-feel namin na
Shortcut.
depressed kami ngayon. Parang
Yeah.
ganun.
So,
Cause
siguro, uh,
mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Because like when we say depression, it's easier to say one word, uh, instead of saying like, "Oh, I'm so lost and I feel heavy right now. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Like I don't want to go out." You
I'm
know, so when
stressed.
you say depression, boom, it's easier. I'm depressed.
Okay,
That's
okay, I
just
get
what
that
I
part.
think. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Although the depression per se, the word itself is really a illness type.
Deeper. Mm-hmm.
Oo. So it's
Yeah.
better for us to, if we really want
Say
to
sad.
yeah, like what you said, the descriptions of your emotions, like you're really sad, you feel lost,
Mm-hmm.
it's more
Yeah.
appropriate than to use the word depression. Kasi let's
Okay.
face it that mental health and physical health are the same. So mahirap
Mm-hmm.
sabihin na, for example, meron akong nararamdaman, kunwari may something bukol somewhere sa shoulder ko, for example. Hindi ko naman pwedeng sabihin na, oh, I feel something, feeling ko cancer siya. So, it's
Oh,
not that
that's
way, di ba?
true.
Di
Yeah.
ba?
Yeah.
It,
Okay.
Uh,
it's the
no,
same thing. It's the same.
I actually just had my surgery yesterday dito sa left ano ko, left ayan oh, nasa left ko lang.
Mm-mm.
Yan,
Oh,
nasa left ko lang. So I had the surgery yesterday, but I didn't thought of it as like cancer or something. So,
exactly. It's the
mm,
same thing. If we feel so down, so sad, so lost, then well, just describe it that way and don't use the word pinapangaralan ko daw kayo. No, it's not. It's like
hindi, okay
just
lang
to
to.
psychoeducate, just to
Yes.
psychoeducate everyone. That depression, the word that if you say na, oh, now I feel so depressed. Before we can conclude that kasi or diagnose in that way, meron talagang mga symptoms of
Test.
may exact symptoms, not really exact. Somehow, it's like criteria of reference before we can say that you're in a depression. For us to have a proper first diagnosis, so we know how to treat them properly. Kasi bukol ka, hindi mo naman sasabihin na, hey, I do have cancer in an instant, diba? So it's the same thing as mental
Mm-hmm.
health. So I guess that's the one takeaways that we can contribute to our viewers right now. So if you feel sad, then
Yes.
you feel sad.
Yes.
That's
Mas
true.
okay to
She
daw
has
Okay.
a
kasi
point.
mas okay to daw
She has a
kasi mas
point.
oo, mas maiintindi namin at ng viewers natin na kung ano
And we
ba dapat
learn.
daw
Yeah, we learn. That's what's important. And
Correct, correct.
so a
Okay.
quick
Mm-mm.
question. Quick question is, um,
Sure.
like, what if we like are the symptoms of being depressed out for us for grabs? Is the information just really out there that we could look and we could self-assess and we could look at ourselves and say, "Oh, I might have this, so I should go to a doctor. I should see somebody." Is that something that is like doable?
Yes, actually, the self-assessment process really one step for us to check ourselves. Again, it's
Mm-hmm.
like a physical health. Hindi ka naman agad pupunta, well, meron din naman talaga na pupunta regularly every years in the hospital, wala ka nararamdaman just to have an annual check-up, diba? The physical check-up. If we
Mm-hmm.
can do it within a mental health, that's good. But, halimbawa, you do have fever, and then you kind of assess yourself na, teka lang, parang mainit ako, or I feel something, I feel, I'm not feeling so good right now. And you do have something, other symptoms pa. 'Di ba? Kapag physical health, we go to the doctor and we tell them na, hey, I'm experiencing this and that. It's the
Mhm.
same thing as mental health. Like what you said, 'di ba? If you start to feel some symptoms and then you starting to think na, hey, it seems I'm significantly distressed lately, or there's a change. Kunwari, I'm having this the usual sleeping pattern is 8 hours good sleep, pero lately parang 4 hours lang feeling mo pagising mo hindi ka talaga nakatulog or nakapahinga na
Mhm.
maayos.
Mhm.
So, if
Mhm.
it's something na 1 week straight ganun siya and give you so much distress to the point na nagiging dysfunctional ka na in everyday task mo, well then that's the sign for you within yourself, within your body saying na, hey, you need to go to a doctor or see a professional help or seek someone that can thoroughly assess you ba kasi may problem nga talaga, diba? So,
Mm-hmm.
to directly answer your questions, yes, self assessment is good, but self diagnosing is not.
Of course.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course. Of
So,
course. Yeah.
anyway, Doc, do you think that people are some, I mean some, not all, But do you think that some people are abusing the word depression or the diagnosis? Well, in fact, it could just be like a low mood or nag-react ka lang sa certain situation which nag-trigger ng mood mo for that certain day. Tapos hindi pa nga nag-seek ng mental consultation or something, inaddress na nila kaagad or sinabi na nilang depressed sila. Parang do you have like a lot of cases or patients which are addressing the symptoms right away as depression kahit na hindi naman dapat ganon yung word na ginagamit nila.
Well, since we in psychology we need to have a
Ano?
wait, am I lagging ba?
Wala. Okay lang. Go, go, go.
Sorry. One thing is we need to have at least, tingnan mo, nawala na ako. So you do have lots of questions eh. First is kung halimbawa, if they're using their diagnosis, for example, sinelf-diagnose nila yung sarili nila. And then
Mm.
they're using that kind of self-diagnosis to kind of give their parang explanations towards themselves. Halimbawa tayo, napansin kita, hey, parang masyado kang nag-isolate lately. And then sasabihin mo sa akin or reply mo sa akin na, I feel so depressed. Or feeling ko depressed ako. That's usually common, diba? If it's mali or tama, well, technically, sometimes, like what I said kanina, having a self-assessment as first step talaga for us to diagnose something is somehow a good way kasi ina-accept niya may problem.
Mm.
Although, kung hindi siya pumunta rin ng psychologist or psychiatrist to furtherly assess, yun yung mali, di ba? I know you heard the common cliche na it's okay for us to not to be okay, but
Mm.
for me as a psychologist, dudugtungan ko yun na it's okay for us to be not okay, to be okay, but if you keep on yourself not being okay, it's not okay. Diba? So,
Tama.
diba? If,
Tama.
So
yeah.
what are like the possible um long-term effects? Because basically you say that mental health and physical health is basically the same. So when we get sick and we don't go to the doctor, like most people, I'd say I feel don't go to the doctor. Like, I mean, like most people I meet, like even if they're sick, they'll just like I don't know, drink lots of water and just rest it out, you know. And um, we get stronger. So basically, we get sick, our immune system gets better, and with these episodes of um, like like we'll say like sad episodes or when you're going through a really rough time in your life and you're really feeling down at weeks at a time, let's say, um, and you don't go to a psychiatrist, you just self-diagnose, we'll say, because most people really do that. It's just a fact. Most people will self-diagnose themselves. They have a sore throat, they'll say, I have a sore throat, but they might have something else, you know. So that's what most people, like the average Joe, does. And um, people get over those episodes, right? Sometimes it lasts 3 days, sometimes it lasts a week, a month. We don't know, but we get over it, then we start feeling good again, and then until the next episode comes. Um, do we get stronger like the physical body? Do we get
You get to be
better at
immune.
this?
Immune.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is it,
Mm-mm.
well, on your
Maybe,
side,
mm-mm.
go ahead.
Maybe let's see mental health in this using this model, the biopsychosocial model. This is the usually framework when we try to explain ano nga ba yung pinanggagalingan ng mental health problem. So one thing is biological. Biological meaning pwedeng within your family. Halimbawa,
Mm.
if there's a study like if your parents do have schizophrenia, 50% chance that mamamanay ng anak niya. But it doesn't
Oh.
mean na in an instant. It doesn't mean in an instant because there's
Yeah.
another factor to consider. Like what I said, it's the psychological, like what you said. If they do have this good coping mechanism, if they do have this good self-esteem, they might somehow, there's a tendency to have, because kunwari, yun nga, both parents do have schizophrenia, but she do have that good coping mechanism, or that self-esteem. Well then, if something that might trigger him, wag schizophrenia pala kasi masyado siyang medyo highly depression na, for example. So
Yeah.
parents do
That's
have
just because
depression. There's a tendency you will also have the depression. Yet, if you do have good coping mechanism, you can balance it out, plus a social factor, which is you do have good friends, or you do have a support system from your community, within your family. Imagine, like, if it's like with the physical health, kunwari yung parents mo do have diabetes, and then ikaw personally alam mo na there's a tendency na magkaka-diabetes ka when you reach 30 years old or so, tapos hindi ka pa rin nag-aalaga sa sarili mo, like you keep on eating high in sugar, high in carbs, that really may increase your sugar. So, what do you expect, diba? So,
mhm.
darating yung punto na you might get the diabetes in lifestyle form, not directly within the inherent ones, diba? So,
That's true.
it's same as mental health. Like, it's not an instant na yung parents ko do have depression, so in an instant magkakaroon ako. No, it's not. But if imaginein mo yung parents mo may possibility na pwede mo mamana yung genes nila na meron silang depression, plus wala kang good support system from your friends, from your family, from the community, you isolate yourself, tapos mahina yung kalooban mo, you tend to have that self-doubt, lower self-esteem, no coping mechanism. What do you expect? Diba? So there's a higher
That's true.
tendency that will do have mental health concern.
Mhm.
Uh,
So it's like if we see mental health, so it's like we need to check that three main factor, the biopsychosocial model. Kasi hindi pwede na yung nanay niya may depression yun, sa magkaka-depression yan. Or tipong napakahina ng loob niya, magkaka-depression yan. Or tipong sobrang weak niyan, kaya may depression yan. Diba? We usually get that idea that one factor, they try to, parang kinakako nila yung isang tao because they see this or they're experiencing na someone hindi makilos, walang religion, may depression or may mental health problem. Diba? Na,
Mhm.
that's why other people says, kulang ka lang sa dasal.
Yeah.
Because
mm,
that's
Yeah.
how they view mental health. It's like they're checking in a one box, but technically it's from a different context, which is the main three factors, which is the biological, psychological, and then social.
social. Doc, let's say, paano natin early, paano natin early identify na may certain
Like priming.
mental
Mm,
something, let's say sa family mo, like a family member, or na wala naman biologically wala namang biological biology
inherit.
inheritance sa family.
Uh-uh.
Pero
Okay.
bigla mo na lang nalaman na uh, meron na palang isa sa inyo, or certain na member ng family nyo na in a stage na going to physical harm na, parang ganon.
I see, I see. Siguro let's try to define muna. Ano nga ba ang what we can consider with mental health concern, or paano mo nga ba masasabi na it's an illness type like versus a typical sadness lang? For example,
Mm-mm.
sadness versus depression. So let's try to see that para mas madali natin siyang i-digest. Sadness is a common emotion. Lahat tayo nalulungkot,
Mhm.
lahat tayo umiiyak, lahat tayo nasasaktan. For sure, 'di ba?
Mm-mm.
But
Mhm.
it became an illness type like if we encounter 4Ds. Remember the 4D. First is,
Note ko.
we're distressed. Sorry? Can you hear me?
No, iti-take note ko, sabi ko.
I take note. I
Mm.
see. The first D is the distress.
Hmm?
Distress in a sense that you're really so fucked up. Sorry for that word, but yeah, it's like parang, hindi mo na alam kung ano gagawin. Distress, and then to the point that you're becoming dysfunctional. Like yung mga typical na dapat mong gawin, like the common human things, like maligo, kumain, pumasok sa work, sa school, yung mga
Mhm.
typical na kailangan gawin, hindi mo na siya nagagawa. So, you're becoming dysfunctional. To the point that it becoming deviance, like, in a typical sleeping pattern, for example, like what I explained to you earlier, like, 8 hours of sleep, yun yung typical mo. But ngayon, as in, like, 1 week straight, halos hindi ka natutulog.
Mhm.
So, it's becoming unusual na. Hindi ikaw yun, tapos ganun yung act mo. And the duration then, the deviance and duration somehow connected, plus you're like what you said, you're dangerous to yourself and others.
Mhm.
If those D's kinda present dun sa mga manifestation na experience mo. So well then, kung nag-start siya from typical sadness, tapos may mga ganun na siyang level, we can somehow check na, hey, maybe you need to seek professional help. Kasi iba na siya, diba? So, pero
Yeah.
wag natin paabutin dun sa physical harm. Kasi that's kinda, kung leveling of hierarchies of something like that, na parang medyo alarming na siya. So, kapag nakikita pa lang natin, diba, mga friends natin, usually, ito yung tao na tipong masayahin, alam mo yun, like
Mhm.
parang madaldal, and then all of a sudden, parang super nag-isolate niya, hindi tayo kinakausap, tas never, kung dati, almost everyday, nagpo-post sa Facebook, tapos ngayon, parang napansin natin, for straight 1 week, parang walang paramdam at
Mhm.
all, which is hindi yun normal sa kanya. So somehow, that's a part na ano, hey, kamusta? Kamustahin man lang natin, or gano'n, just to check.
Mhm.
But, syempre, not naman to direct na, hey, are you having a depression na ba? So, just to check, diba? So, lagi naman ganun na, that prevention is better than cure, diba?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Nice. Very nice, Doc. Very nice. So,
Uh,
question ko, Doc, follow up. In case na uh, napunta na sa stage for of like physical harm, uh, ano yung pinaka dapat nating gawin uh, to help out sa person na yon? Ano yung
Kunwari, if tayo yung friend or family, we
Oo.
need to have a safety plan. Sobrang importante ng safety plan. Kasi, um, pwede tayong mag-psychological first aid. Kahit hindi ka psychologist, psychiatrist, lahat ng tao pwede yon. Actually, isa yan sa mga, ano ko isa yan sa mga parang pinupush ko na sana, di ba, the typical, like, if you know how to CPR or like, mga first aid moves na pwede nating maaral, it's really
mhm.
important. It's the same as psychological first aid, na dapat lahat tayo may alam kung paano mag-handle ng isang mental health crisis.
Okay.
Like what I said, empathic listening is number one. Like, halimbawa, napansin mo yung friend mo nga, hindi na masyadong, napansin mo may kakaiba sa kanya, like, nagpo-post naman siya ng mga parang dark or something to do with parang existentialist crisis post, parang about death, about suicide, about ending him or herself. So it's a sign, maybe it's a sign or a call for help that we need to somehow, hey, a simple convo or a message to that person na, hey, are you experiencing something, this and that, or I'm here, I can listen. So that way, it's a one action of a safety plan. And then, if kung si friend, nalaman talaga natin na he tried an act of hurting himself, so, well, cutting.
Mhm.
Although, kunwari, hindi naman na-hospitalized, like, pero nasugatan niya yung sarili niya. So,
Mhm.
it's a parang red flag na kailangan nating may gawin. So, as a friend, number one is to ask kung sino nga bang kasama niya sa bahay. Kasi
Okay.
sobrang importante yon. We need to monitor that person for 48 hours.
Okay.
And then to check the basic, the physiological, like kumain ka na ba? Kailan ka, oh wait,
Mm.
there. Kung kumain ka na ba? Kailan ka huling natulog? Kasi pwedeng nahihirapan siya magkaroon ng clear decision making or alam mo yon, the kumbaga, clear mind to decide something,
Okay.
maybe pwede siyang maging impulsive kasi nga wala siyang tulog, wala siyang kain, wala siyang pahinga. So, and samahan mo pa kunwari, nakainom siya, ganyan. So, talagang safety plan, yun yung pinaka immediate na kailangan. It's like the psychological first aid of a safety plan. Tapos, maliban sa alamin mo kung sino kasama niya, check mo din na, halimbawa, yun, nasabi niya na nag-cut siya. Pwede mong itanong na, nasa na ba yung, kunwari, cutter or blade? Pwede bang medyo itapon mo yan or itabi mo yan or alis ka dyan sa room na yan, punta ka somewhere or you can also call the barangays or anyone near dun sa tao na yun para puntahan siya. Kasi meron naman na lahat tayo, parang may duty to warn tayo with that people na parang wini-wade natin yung karapatan niya sa more confidentiality kasi sinasaktan niya na yung sarili niya.
Yes. Yes.
Yon.
Yes.
So, in short, dapat matuto tayo ng psychological first aid, but technically, it's really one main is empathic listening, and then we need to end it by linking. Linking, in a sense, kanino natin siya pwedeng i-direct after we talk to that person. Pwedeng kamag-anak, barangay, anyone. For sure, merong taong pwedeng tumulong sa kanila. Right now, I'm sure that the DOH, the National Center for Mental Health, they do have this hope hotline crisis that our kababayan can call if they are experiencing something. Kasi talagang processing it in a means of super down moment nila, it somehow helped din talaga. Kasi nga nahihirapan sila mag-decide on their own.
Yes.
So,
Tama.
there.
Yun.
So
Ayos.
that's just talking on the line, on the hotline, right?
Yeah, that's only a patch up for that. Like if you're bleeding, diba?
Yeah.
That's the first aid. But syempre, sobrang importante na magkaroon ng further consultations, psychological
Mhm.
assessment, and further mental health help dun sa tao na yon since meron na siyang tendencies, no? Para din talaga makita natin kung ano yung root cause, kung ano yung problem.
Okay. So, Doc, in case na nalaman mo na kung like meron ng open up between you and that person, nag-uusap na kayo, nag-reach out ka na, tapos nalaman mo na kung ano yung root cause ng nagawa niya na parang ganyan. Is there like an instance na mauulit-ulit 'yan? Ano yung pinaka best way na maiwasan nating maulit-ulit yung na feel niyang moment na nagawa niya yung hindi niya dapat na gawin? Kailangan bang follow up ka always, or when can we say to a certain point na need niya na talaga ng professional counseling? When tayo
And to add, and before you answer that, just to add to that question, is it something like if you've gone through that before, does that mean that you will go through that again? Is that like a forever thing? And or is it something like a regular visit to the doctor every few other years, like how you do when you get sick, like every 3 years you might get like phlegm, like pneumonia. We don't know, something like that. And then you go to the doctor just for that for serious cases.
Well,
Just to answer that
actually,
question.
yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, I cannot say directly since we do have different disorder, different concern. But for example, the typical depression per se, it's really important for on the first initial instant. For example, it just happened a month ago. It's really important to have a regular consultations with psychologists, maybe for about 6 months to 1 year, and if need din talaga na medication, kailangan mag-follow din with the medications from psychiatrist.
Mhm.
And iba pa yun din. Pwede kasi magkahiwalay din kasi yung pwede magkahiwalay, pwede magkasama yung psychopharmacology and then psychotherapy. But technically, to answer is there is always a recovery. Hindi naman yan parang maintenance like halimbawa, high blood na
Mm-hmm.
minsan, 'di ba, kapag diagnose ka na with the high blood, parang sobrang maintenance meds na siya. It's not
Yeah,
like
like,
that. Oo,
okay.
it's depend on the diagnosis talaga din. Pero for example, the depression per se, it's more of there's a higher chance of recovery din talaga. So with ako naman, I have these notions that the idea of we cannot we cannot give what we don't have. It's like it's the same thing as the client that if siya mismo sa sarili niya, she doesn't want to help himself. Kahit anong bigay ko sa'yo ng anything and hindi mo yun i-accept or wala kang awareness na help is there for you,
Mm-hmm.
somehow, you're the one who's kinda not really pushing yourself not to be cured but more of or to get recovered but more of it's a process kasi hindi rin naman yun in an instant sometimes depression itself directly is the main cause why other people don't seek help, 'di ba? Kumbaga kasi may
Yes.
illness talaga
Leave me
sila.
alone!
Oo,
Parang
'di
ganun.
ba? Kaya
Mm-hmm.
kaya din nahihirapan sila mag-consult. And sometimes even though they go to doctor and then hindi din sila nagko-continue ng psychotherapy or ng meds, so still hindi din natin sila directly masisisi na kasi hindi mo tinuloy yung psychotherapy mo, your medicines mo. But again, babalik tayo dun sa main root cause na kasi may depression siya, which is somehow that gives her the challenge para hindi mag-continue ng meds or psychotherapy. That's why it's really important to have a good social support.
Yes.
Kaya napaka-importante na may family, someone, even the doctor. Actually, if you go into a program din naman talaga, commonly, like parang we set another follow-up schedule for sa'yo. Oh,
Sorry. Tinest ko lang. Tinest ko lang.
my partner is leaving.
May bago kasing may bago kasing ano dito sa
I knew
gilid.
it. Sabi sa'yo, kaya yung other side eh. Pero dahil
Mm.
nandito na tayo sa ganitong mo.
Pwede pala kasing ganyan oh.
Oo, pero nakikita
Ah,
kasi somewhere there. Wait, let me fix
yun.
it. Oh, wait.
Ganda naman ng painting dyan sa gilid. Ano yan?
Those are my paintings for,
Wow!
yeah,
Wow.
because same with you,
Balik natin balik ko lang sa mas maganda ata yun eh.
I hate you.
Pero may follow-up question ako doon, Doc. Kasi may psychological effect din kasi sa friend or sa family or sa relative regarding doon sa person na in that stage of feeling or mental illness or something, kung ano yung tawag doon. Which is troubling din naman para sa concerned person regarding sa state ng inaalala niyang person which has the tendency to have the same or mauulit pa ulit yun. So, parang walang kaya tinatanong ko kung may chance bang maulit yon kasi may psychological effect yon sa person concerned. Like, let's say ako, hindi ako mapakali kung baka magkulang ako ulit na hindi kulang sa advice or kulang sa reach out at mangyari ulit yon. Kaya, like kung hindi mo katabi or hindi mo kasama always, hindi mo actually all the time monitored yung taong yun. So,
That's why healing should start within yourself.
okay.
Kumbaga,
Dapat
if
nasa
you
self niya na, no?
Oo,
Oo.
but again, sabi ko nga kanina, sometimes kasi the illness itself is the one that pulling us down kahit anong push mo, 'di ba? Pero
Mm.
kaya nga may meds din,
Mm.
meds plus healthy coping mechanism, for example. Halimbawa, you're experiencing panic episodes or panic attack na nagsa-start kasi yan by sometimes it's from overthinking of unrealistic fear. For example,
Mhm.
may mga ibang tao na
Oh.
nagkakaroon ng panic episodes pag pakiramdam nila, kunwari sa enclosed space, kunwari feeling nila guguho yung lugar kung
Oo.
nasaan sila. Syempre, ikaw mismo, if wala ka pa dun sa part na hindi mo talaga kayang kontrolin yung sarili mo, then somehow, iwas ka dun sa mga place na magte-trigger sa'yo. But you do
Nang,
it on yourself, diba?
nangyari sa akin, Dok, eh. Like, nagka-panic attack din ako. Ewan ko kung panic attack yung tawag doon, ah. Pero, may parang phobia kasi ako sa elevator.
Mm.
Like, nasa 50th floor kami before, and then nagka-issue yung elevator na bigla na lang gumanon-ganon yung door, hindi bumukas kaagad. So maraming tao siksikan, bigla na lang akong lumusot dun sa may maliit pa yung door na
Sa
naka-open,
gitna.
bigla na lang akong lumabas.
Makbo.
Tapos, nangyari next is, punong-puno yung elevator kasi ang daming nag-aantay na tao. Tapos, 50th floor pa kami. Nasa loob ako. Tapos, siksikan. Bigla na lang akong, ewan ko kung panic attack yung tawag doon, pero bigla na lang talaga akong parang hindi ako makahinga. Tapos, bigla na lang akong lumabas, wait, let me out. Parang pinush ko yung open na door. Wait, let me out. Tapos, pagkalabas ko parang nahihirapan akong huminga. I need the fresh air, stuff like that. Yosi muna. Tapos, ganun. So,
Well,
ano yung,
we,
ano yung pwede kong doon? Like sa mga phobia na ganyan, nagli-lead into panic attacks. So, ano yung pinaka-best dyan na, pinaka-best natin na, mind over matter lang ba yan? Or ano?
not really, the mind over matter kasi is parang parang in Tagalog, parang ano ka ba, isipin mo lang, wala yan, di
Oo,
ba? You just
isipin mo lang.
repress mo lang yan, o parang ganun. So, it's kinda unhealthy rin. But, hindi ko masasabi if it's really a panic episodes or what, but
Mhm.
somehow, pwede, sige, kunwari, it's really a panic attack or panic episodes. Um, the, we all have that fight flight response kasi eh. Kahit naman wala kang phobia, pero kung ako din, imaginein ko na lang nasa 50th floor ako tapos nagganon siya, tapos hindi naman
Mm.
usually nagaganon siya. So somehow din talaga magkakaroon ka ng takot. Pwedeng yun yung initial response natin, 'di ba? For example, ako or mga babae, marami takot sa ipis, 'di ba?
Mm.
Kahit
Kahit ako.
diba, lalo na lumilipad na ipis. So, pag may lumilipad na ipis dyan, kala mo, marunong kami magkarate in an instant eh. So, in a way,
Di mo tatamaan yan. Sigurado ako dyan.
it's our reflex. It's our reflex. That's our fight, flight instinct. Lahat tayo may ganon. Pero, kung masasabi mo, every time nasasakay ka ng elevator, or to the point na 50th floor siya, talagang kahit anong mangyari, hindi ka sasakay ng elevator, you tend to use stairs na magkamatayan na talaga
Ginawa
stairs
ko
na
yan, Doc,
gagamitin mo.
actually. Like, for like a week after nun, bumababa ako ng 40th floor. Tapos, kasi yung first stop, nasa 50th floor kami, yung first stop talaga is 40th. Hindi yan dadaan ng 20th, 30th, 40th talaga. Bumababa ako ng 40th floor, tapos nilalakad ko talaga from 40th to 50th floor. Ginawa ko yun actually. So, pagdating ko ng taas, ng office na, basang-basa na ako ng pawis. Parang ganun. So,
Well,
until such time na parang
Three
hindi ko na
floors.
hindi ko na talaga kinaya, I tend to reason out na lang sa manager ko, sa director ko na may sira yung di ako work from home na lang ako. Ang ganun.
okay. So, talagang hindi mo na siya pinush na never ka na talaga nag-elevator. So, meaning, up
Hindi na
until
ako
now,
talaga
you have this
nag-elevator. Oo.
certain fear. Okay.
Kasi may nangyari talaga sa akin na dito sa HDB namin. Like, first floor pa lang, siguro mga like 3 or 4, siguro mga 3 feet. bigla siyang bumagsak talaga. So, yun yung first ko na experience. Kaya,
Encounter.
oo,
The
na-experience ko talaga
elevator is
yung,
your enemy.
Kasi meron ding parang mother experience ka na kind of traumatic, 'di ba?
mm,
That's why
Mhm.
it's becoming a loop na natatakot ka na not really nangyayari siya, but the idea of unrealistic fear, of future-oriented fear. That's the difference of typical fear versus anxiety. The typical fear is there is a real danger. For example, talagang naramdaman mo na umuga yung elevator, as in literally like namatay yung ilaw, bumaba siya ng ilang floors, and then you kind of feel that certain feeling, that emotion. So, that's a regular fear. But, as in like normal. Kunwari, tatlo tayo nakasakay doon, wala lang, nagkukwentuhan tayo, and then suddenly you're having this difficulty in breathing, you're keep on thinking over and over again that it might happen. So, that's the difference of regular fear versus anxiety. Kasi, there's a future-oriented fear. Kasi, you keep on thinking na baka mangyari yung unang nangyari sa'yo before. So,
okay. Okay, so,
Mhm.
sample lang kita ulit, Doc. Like, wala namang nangyaring fear sa akin dito pero one time, I was like in a church. Tapos, hindi naman overcrowded. Pero marami lang ang tao. And then, biglaan na lang talaga. Hindi ko lang alam kung anong nangyari. Pero parang, hindi ako makahinga. Kailangan kong lumabas. Parang, ang pangit ng feeling na, kailangan ko talagang lumabas. Parang, pang,
Mhm.
ah, iniisip ko na nga, ano ka ba, demonyo ka ba na takot kang, sa
sa church.
church? Parang ganon. Pero, parang ano lang ako, parang hindi ako makahinga, kailangan ko talagang lumabas, parang hindi ako mapakali. Ano mo doon? Ano yung
Is it your first time to experience that way?
first time ko yun? Wala naman akong
Mm.
previous history
Mm.
na nangyari sa akin yun in a church
First
or
time mo din pumunta dun sa lugar na yun?
hindi.
Hindi,
All the
it's not your
time,
first time.
pumupunta ako doon. Like, one
Mm-mm.
time lang, bigla lang nangyari sa akin yun.
Nangyari ba siya ulit?
Hindi na.
Never na.
Oo,
So,
never na.
mm-mm. We cannot consider it not because of that place. Like what I said, no, balik tayo dun sa, what do you call that, the foundations of mental health. There's a biological. And if it's something na hindi natin ma-explain kasi hindi din naman talaga siya directly na nandun. Like, triggering something kasi may real scenario or traumatic experience. And then, it's something na within us, like, in an instant, we kind of feel so, like that, any manifestation, pwede kasi ng pinaka main reason niya is biological. Something na there might be an imbalance of something, diba? Imbalance of neurotransmitters, which dun siya umatake, which is hindi rin natin niya mapipigilan. That's why may mga meds na that can address that thing. And like what I said, medicine and then a coping steps on what to do. For example, if we're starting to have that, before ka kasi mag-panic episodes, usually, nagsastart yan for, parang may something hinge sa'yo inside. Like parang, halimbawa, lalamigin ka in an instant na hindi mo alam
Mm.
kung bakit. Pag hinayaan mo siya to the point na minsan umakit sa tiyan mo, tapos minsan pupunta sa throat mo, tapos mahihirapan ka na huminga. Hanggang sa, pag nahihirapan ka huminga, that's the time na magpapalpitate ka, tapos iisipin mo, oh fuck, am I dying? Oh fuck,
Oo,
feeling ko
Yeah,
ba,
yeah.
nagpapalpitate din ako dun
ano,
Oo, parang
oo.
ganun.
But, di ba, before ka naman magpalpitate, meron siyang mga instant cues na pinapakita pa. So, that's why I recommend us all na pag na-feel mo na yung first trigger, like parang yun nga, nag-chill ka bigla, in an instant, oh, shucks, wait. You have to do the emotional pause. Alis ka muna. If you think na nag-trigger sa'yo na marami, well, hindi natin masabi kung is it because of the lugar, madaming tao, I don't know. You go out. Labas ka muna. And then you do the breathing exercise. Sabi mo nag-yossi ka. Technically, that's the mechanism of yossi Kasi you breathe in, breathe out. So the technique of breathing exercise is the 4-7-8. For 4 seconds, you breathe into your nose, and then hold your breath for at least 7 seconds, and
Uh-huh.
then exhale through your mouth
Deep
for eight
breaths. Yeah.
seconds. You do it for at least 3 to 5 reps until makalma ka. Like that, di ba? Medyo na-condition siya ng breathing. Kaya siya so, yan. So,
Bernois.
uh, it's like,
But
it's the
that's
first
healthy
step.
though. When I get angry, I do that too. like deep breaths. It's it's calming for sure. Yeah,
True.
when you're like really pissed off.
Yeah. Breathing exercise and then drink water, 'di ba? Drink your
Mm.
water, be yeah, there. So, kumbaga parang it somehow help us our body to neutralize the temperature. That's one thing, 'di ba? Or to calm us down. And other cognitive reframing, it's somehow technical but sige, I'll teach you on using the 4 A's. This is my kind of technique for everyone to have that 4 A's in mind every time that we're having this difficulty or struggling towards anything. First
Mhm.
is to
Mm-hmm.
assess the situation. You have to assess, like, oh shit, teka lang, ano nangyayari, bakit ko to nararamdaman, in
Mhm.
rate of 0 to 10, 10 being so okay, perfect, nasan ako? Like, am I having this, nahihirapan ba ako huminga? Do I need to go to hospital? Kaya ko bang kalmahin yung sarili ko?
Mhm.
Etc. So, like, 0 to 10, then, for example, you kind of feel like, 3, kasi talagang wala, hirap ka talagang huminga. And then, after you assess, your idea na, oh, wait, bakit ako 3? Ano yung nagtitrigger sa akin? The next is to have that awareness.
Mhm.
Kasi masasagot mo yung idea or yung insight mo from the assessment within the awareness. Kunwari, sige, ang nagtitrigger pala sa akin is yung madaming tao. So, you have that awareness. So, the next step is to accept. You need to accept the fact na hindi mo naman natin sila pwedeng paalisin dun sa lugar na yun, di ba? You have to accept the fact of the things that you can control versus the things that you cannot. If you cannot control the crowd, but then you have to control yourself. Go out, go somewhere else na feeling mo mas safe ka. Find your safe space. And that's the action. So that's the last A. You do something that is it's like a baby step. It's like something that we can do over what the things that we can control. Minsan kasi, nahihirapan tayo magkaroon ng resolution or in any episodes, even though if it's a panic attack or a depressive episodes, kasi we're pushing or we're focusing too much on the things that we cannot control. Like for example, break up. Ayaw
Mhm.
na nga sa'yo ng babae, ba't mo pagpipilitan yung sarili mo?
Oo,
That's one
tama
thing,
'yun.
diba? So, what you can do is try to parang appreciate, be grateful within the years that you've been together and then look for another your inner strength, for example. You
That
know,
that that's that's supposed to be the first act na gagawin, pero mostly kasi doc, pag pag mga break up na yan, na love na yan, mga bigo-bigo na yan, mostly yung iba hindi na not mentally conscious na sila regarding uh, pag-i-explain sa sarili nila ng ganyan. More
because,
on emotional
mm-mm.
na lang sila.
Because you're not ready. Because you're not ready to process things. If your emotion is the one na kumbaga mataas, yung level ng emotion mo ay mas mataas kaysa sa cognition mo.
Mhm.
Oh, wait. Well then let yourself process it first. Like umiyak ka kung gusto mong umiyak. Maramdaman mong nasasaktan ka. And then,
At
after
sakit,
that,
sakit!
diba? Huwag mong hayaan yung sarili mo na
May
nandun ka.
jowa.
Sakit, sakit.
Actually, that 4A is really, for me, we can always use that technique for us to process it. Diba? Lagi mong i-assess yung scenario. O sige, kunwari, sige, before naman talaga tayo pumunta dun sa giving 4A's, it's also a process. May tinatawag tayo. One technique, for example, is a cognitive behavior technique or the CBT. Meron siyang tinatawag na the ABCs muna. So, imagine may tatong boxes sa harapan nyo ngayon. So, the first box is what we call the activating events. Ito yung mga pangyayari or sometimes may tao or bagay or pangyayari or events na we cannot control. Kumbaga nangyari na siya. Sometimes we're destined to be on that situation. Kunwari, yung breakup nga. So, nakipaghiwalay
Yeah.
sa'yo yung girlfriend, yung babae. So,
Mhm.
that's the activating events. Pero, that certain scenario, hindi doon nag-end yun. It gives us the next box, which is our belief system. Ano yung naiisip mo because nag-break kayo? It's not just an idea na, oh shit, naghiwalay kami. No, it's not. It's like, anong kulang sa akin? Pangit ba ako? Hindi ba ako kamahal-mahal? Diba? You
Ginawa ko naman
create
Nobody
lahat.
loves me.
Oo.
Ginawa ko naman lahat. Lahat.
Nobody loves me.
That's our belief system. We created that certain parang it's like a reflections of what happens and not really oh shit we end our relationship period. No, it's not. It's more of you're creating another ideas or belief within that what happened. And then hindi pa doon nagtatapos yon. If you keep on ruminating, the ruminating is like parang you keep on cycling that
Thinking.
idea, yeah, thinking, and then it magnifies to the point that if it's kind of negative in context, negative siya in your how you view yourself, kunwari nan lalaki siya or nan babae siya, eh talaga namang bitchy siya. Kumbaga,
Mm-hmm.
it's not you, it's her. Pero hindi mo yun
Ah,
absorb kasi
ah.
you're thinking na, oh shit, kapalit-palit ako. So, ang ending nun, you keep on ruminating that thought. It gives you the consequence, which is something, sometimes it's body manifestations, like depressive episodes. Like, you're so sad to the point that you're becoming dysfunctional, hindi ka na natutulog, iyak ka ng iyak, ayaw mo na pumasok sa work, and it might end up with hurting yourself or hurting other people, diba? So,
Losing your
and
job.
that's the way. That's the parang super quick explanations that something triggers, you create a belief system, and then a consequence connected to that happens. So ngayon, ang tanong is, between the A, B, and C, sa tingin nyo guys, saan tayo pwede may control?
Um, um, over ourselves.
Mommy, I go out, mom! Mommy, I go out!
Over ourselves, I
Which
feel.
is
Teka lang
the
ah.
B.
Teka lang.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
maybe.
yes. That's what
Correct.
that's what I
That's
was
that's
supposed to say.
all.
B.
Correct. Correct. Kasi
Um,
nga, diba? The A is something na kung ayaw niya, kung naghiwalay na talaga kayo,
yeah.
hindi na natin siya ma-revise or somehow, yeah, pwedeng magkabalikan kayo, pero if it's something na nasaktan tayo, nangyari na, then so be it. What we can control
Mm-hmm.
right now is how we create our belief system. So, usually naman, dun siya nagsa-start. So, that's why I don't want to sound so too toxic positive in a way that what wanting us to challenge ourselves to see other perspective, but yes, sometimes helping ourselves to see the other view of life per se, it's a way of helping us to cope eh. Like sige,
Yeah.
masaktan ka na naghiwalay kayo na niloko ka niya, pero be grateful na for certain years or months that you've together, you've been happy with her, diba? Or marami ka
Yeah.
din natutunan sa kanya, you've become a better person. So, in a way, hindi ka
Pero
yeah.
You basically just change the view that you're looking at from the negative, and then you just turn
Yeah.
around
not all the
and
time. Not all the time because
look at the positive.
meron din naman diyang nag-iisip na wala, pwede pa to, kaya ko pa tong solusyonan. Kaya pa naming magbalikan. Kaya
If
pa
that would be
to.
the case, if that would be the case, so doon ako pupunta sa you try to assess, di ba? You try to
Ah.
assess for you to have the awareness, the acceptance of the things that you can control versus the things you cannot, and do the action plan.
Mhm.
If the action plan would be, yes, makipagbalikan sa kanya, then go for it, di ba? Pero if the reality check talagang wala, like as in, magpapakasal na sila kinabukasan, di ba? That's delusional. Sabi na,
Hindi
oh wait.
pwede pa. I still have
Hindi,
like
pwede
12
pa. Tigil
hours.
ang kasal.
Ibukin
Mag-i-eksena
natin
ako.
siya, no?
Ang gano'n na.
Pwede pa,
Mag-i-eksena
pwede pa.
ako.
I'm
So, yeah.
invited to the wedding, so.
And that situation, Doc G would sometimes trigger to self-harm, diba?
Yes, the consequence per se. Like,
So,
di ba?
ano yung pinaka fact na nagti-trigger, Doc, in alam kong different na scenarios yan eh. Let's say lang, sa kilala natin, hindi naman natin alam kung ano talaga yung pinagmulan. Pero sa pag-assess mo lang sa let's say sa mga narinig mo lang balita or basing on your sa situation na mga nangyari, like nag-disband, ano na natin to kasi unraveling depression tayo. So, do you think sa kilala nating nag-commit ng ganon, do you think it was the fact that depression really triggered sa ginawa niyang yon, o ano sa tingin mo? May depression ba talaga yon? May kinalaman ba talaga na naging depressed siya? Let's say, assess na lang natin. Ah, nag-break up, nag-disband kayo. May issue regarding sa pera. May issue regarding sa trust. Trust ng kabandmate mo. Trust ng taong naniwala sa iyo, trust ng supporters mo, trust ng fans mo. Nasira
Family.
nasira yung pangalan mo, something like that. Pagpalagay na lang natin kasi parang ganyan naman yung nangyari para sa akin. Pero do you think it was depression that triggered self-harm sa ganung nangyari? Sa kilala natin.
Oh, that's really a very hard question to be directly answered by one scenario, no? Paano ba? Like, if kunwari, we don't know kasi if that what certain person do have depression or any other mental health concern. For example, let's be more generic na lang. That he do have mental health problem. Kunwari, yon.
Mhm.
Certain person do have mental health problem. And then, um, may malaking triggering factor. Like, yung tao na yon, ang pinaka coping mechanism niya is music, friends, being with crowd people, being with in the scene,
Mhm.
and yung friend is more than just a friend, eh. Family na
Mhm.
din talaga. So, imaginein mo na lang na balik ako dun sa biopsychosocial model para mas maging clear tayo na meron siyang biological. Kumbaga, i-assume natin na that person is diagnosed with any mental health concern. May
Mm-hmm.
biological siya. Tapos before, nagkakaroon siya ng mga episodes, yet nagagawa niya ng good coping kasi nandiyan yung family niya, friends niya, to support him to be okay,
Mhm.
to conquer everything that he's been struggling to. And then, so therefore, nagkakaroon siya ng good psychological. Yung internal strength niya, nakukuha niya yung external strength. Imaginein mo na lang, if I do have biological na, tapos yung pinanguhugutan ko ng lakas is that certain person, siya yung mismo nag-betray sa akin. Nag-betray is a one big, not just an emotion, diba? It's a complex emotions of pain, trust, love, belongingness. Kumbaga, sobrang vast niya. Hindi siya madaling kahunin
Oo.
sa isang tao lang.
Oo.
So, imaginein mo na parang halos kalahat ng buhay niya, in lost, 'di ba? Na parang hindi niya alam kung ano mangyayari. So nawala yung support system niya outside. So siya mismo nahihirapan siyang humila ng internal strength niya. And then kapag nagkaroon ka ng nahihirapan ka din internally, anong pwede mangyayari biological? So hihilahin niya rin 'yon. So kung titingnan, it boils down into that sinkhole nga, kumbaga. Nahihilahin ka pababa because of that big factors na nangyayari sa buhay niya. So, if just the mental illness per se is the one that pushes us to commit suicide, to answer directly, suicide is not equals to mental health problem. Sometimes they do self-harm because they think that's a coping mechanism. Paano? Like other people like to feel pain, like
Mhm.
physical pain,
Mhm.
than emotional pain. So for them, it's a coping mechanism. But it's an unhealthy, diba? Kasi
Yes.
hindi mabuting nagsasafarm ka. But
Mhm.
yun nga, worst is natutuluyan or it ends up with death, diba? So, mahirap i-justify kung ano nga yun, pero imagine na lang natin if yung external strength na dati nakukuha niya, hindi niya nakuha, nawalan siya ng internal strength, and then it triggers lalong magkaroon ng imbalance biological. So, ang ending, that's the worst case scenario, diba?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pero
So,
eto
So,
sige, Doc.
yeah,
go
hindi,
ahead.
super quick fact lang. Someone is diagnosed with a depression, tapos kunwari for 2 weeks medyo down siya, and then the following day sobrang okay siya. Like parang, oh, good. That you're, ano na,
Mm-mm.
you're happy na, you're masaya na, and everything, ganyan, ganyan. You're participating with us, you're talking, ganyan. Mas matakot tayo. Mas matakot
Uy!
tayo. Kasi, based on study, they're the one na nag-decide na. They're the
Ah!
one na nag-decide na, oh shit, I'll do this. Bukas na, kaya, for example, Chester Bennington, may, di ba? If you check
Yeah, they always
his,
have their last days.
oo, na
Everybody,
parang
yeah,
super saya nila, ganyan, they're with the family, and then suddenly,
with
anong sabi ng
family, they
asawa
say their
niya, di ba?
goodbyes. Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Ah, ganun pala
And,
In their
yun.
own ways.
yeah, kaya, sobrang ano din, it's like, ano eh, it's a extreme polarities eh. Like, parang, nakita natin na nasa depressive mood siya, tapos, in an
Bigla lang
instant,
calm,
oo, yeah,
kalmado. Yeah. So that's
correct.
scary right
So,
there. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
So,
the
yun
calm
yung
before the
isa sa
storm.
mga, exactly, exactly. So, yun yung isa sa mga dapat chine-check din natin na parang, teka lang, parang medyo extreme ata na from super down point,
Mm-mm.
tas biglang, I'm okay, I'm good. Well, sometimes it works, but it's much better to check on diba? Kesa naman there.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So
So, mhm.
we've been talking about like the like all the heavy stuff, like all the late, like when you're super into the depression and it's been like so many like untreated disease, you know. But taking it lightly, um like my question is um
Tuloy mo lang. Sige lang.
like I'm sorry, but like um you know
Kaya mo
like
yan.
how as a you know as human beings like we always we're attracted to the negative because like that's how we survive. Basically we see what's bad and we stay away from it, you know, we pull away from it. So um with all the information around us right now, with all the data, with all the social media, with work, with school, everything's hard. You know, like living right now is a different kind of stress to what it was like before, but it's still like a very stressful life. Even as a kid, you know, kids they go to school, they're pressured with assignments and everything. Um, and we're all focused on the news, everything that's negative on the news. On social media, we see our
Mhm.
news feeds, it's all negative stuff. Does this like play a factor to like how everybody's like just being sad and like quote unquote depressed right now? It's like all you see, everywhere you look is like people just lost and they don't know what to do with their lives. They're just feeling down and sad. Is this environment that we're living in right now one huge factor? What do
yes,
you think?
actually, what you've shared is really a reality check, diba? But,
Mhm.
I strongly believe in the notions or the idea of stress is constant or negativity is constant, but we always have a choice. Diba? If we're destined
Which
to be,
is
whatever you
not
think,
stress.
which I think if you
Ayoko
believe
mag-stress.
into, uh, well, to be honest, if that's your first step for you to believe into, na to have that lesser stress, why not, diba? Like what I
Mhm.
said, if we keep on focusing on that negativity, nandun ka na nga sa feeling na you're seeing the sinkhole eh. Tatalon ka pa ba doon? Diba? That's the question
That's
eh.
true.
Like, tatalon ka ba dun sa bangin
True.
kasi may nakita kang bangin? Diba?
True.
It's, if
Hmm.
natatakot ka na may nakita kang bangin, anong gagawin mo? Hindi lumayo ka.
True.
I know
True.
it's easier said than done. I know it's
Yes.
easier said than done. But the idea of you believing yourself that you can do it, it's some way, it's the first step to do it, diba? So,
Acknowledgement is the first step. Yeah.
Yes.
correct, correct.
Just
That's
knowing it.
why,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like what I said. Stress, negativity is constant, but we always have this freedom to choose, and in chance is infinite. Always
Hmm.
remember that. That if you feel so fuck up today, for sure tomorrow you can also still be fuck up if you choose to be fuck up. But if you want to
Yes.
do other things,
True.
Yes.
well then, diba?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of my motto. Shit happens, but not every day.
Exactly,
But
Hmm.
shit may
exactly.
happen every day as well.
Yeah, diba?
So,
Or
Change it
anyway,
to
or put
Doc.
shit
or put
happened.
some sprinkles sprinkles
Put it
on
in the
top of it.
past.
So
Oo.
it's shit with the sprinkles. Yeah.
Anyway, may question tayo, Doc, from MN Armada. What's your thoughts on false or forced positivity?
Positivity.
Do you think there are
Mm-mm.
negative effects?
Um, anything too much is so bad. So too much positivity, like what I said, it's like a toxic positivity. The idea of ano ka ba, isipin mo lang na magiging okay ang lahat. Even though you're not doing anything for you to feel okay, that's so that's the toxic positivity, 'di ba? Like
Mm-hmm.
parang just thinking it period and not doing anything. Like halimbawa, kunwari a friend of yours na want to do anything, nasa bed lang. Kung at first sasabihin mo na, hey dude, that's okay, you need to do something. And then ikaw, umalis ka kaagad. Pero sinabi mo lang siya na you need to do something. Tapos hindi mo rin naman siya binigyan ng, uh, you want me to help you na to, halimbawa, anything, like mga simpleng bagay, to give food, or I don't know, like any steps na sa
Or
tingin mo
just
pwede siyang
hang
tulungan.
out and chill.
Exactly. So, kumbaga parang
Mm-hmm.
nagiging toxic positivity siya kasi we're feeding too much positive note tapos ending yun lang. And we're not
Ah,
doing an action plan. That's why it's really important for us to accept, have that awareness, have that acceptance, and then end it with an action plan. It doesn't be so big. So like parang okay na bukasan dapat may trabaho na ako as a CEO of a company. If that's kunwari,
Mm-hmm.
if your problem with career growth, kung wala kang work tapos yun yung problem mo, and then start with creating resume, 'di ba? So tomorrow
yes.
your baby step is to create a resume. So in a way, it's giving yourself the self affirmation na kaya ko to. I can do it. And anong kailangan ko gawin? Magka-create ako ng resume. For sure, the following month or so, I'm sure magkaka-work ako.
Yes,
'Di ba?
correct,
Mm-hmm.
correct,
It's
Doc.
Yeah.
different. It's
Yeah.
a different by saying na I'm sure kaya ko to. Hindi, tulog muna ako. 'Di ba?
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
So
yes.
that's
Yeah.
the
Live
biggest
today to
difference.
fight tomorrow.
You just have to get up and do it.
Yeah.
Um, I have a question. So, like in the Philippines, I know that you're based in the Philippines, right? And I
Yep.
know that I mean, oh, okay. So my question is, where are we right now when it comes to people going into the doctor and they'd be like, doc, like I'm not feeling down, like those
Mm-hmm.
monthly visits.
Mm.
Like, where are we on like popularity when we compare it to, let's say, like, just being sick, like the normal doctor? Like, how far are
Mm-mm.
we from being that at that level where everybody is like, okay, I had a bad month. I'm probably not doing good. I feel like I'm crash myself tomorrow, so I'm go see the doctor today.
Mm.
You know.
Well,
Where are
one
we on
thing,
this?
I do have this, ano naman, good hope within the Philippines, but napaka-baby pa natin pagdating sa mental health. Kasi we do have this mental health law, pero just recently passed lang siya. And then, second is, napaka-onte ng, for example, psychiatrists around, wala pang 1,000. Imagine, like, parang 100,000 people is to one psychiatrist. Ganun yung ratio ng psychiatrist to populations within the Philippines. So, the awareness per se, like what you said, diba? They can read it within social media about
Mm-hmm.
talking about mental health. They have this. If someone's died, a celebrity died because of this depression or illness or any mental health concern, they always talk about it. And then
Mm-hmm.
after that, wala na. Pinag-usapan lang nila. Pero hindi
Yes.
rin na-execute, diba? So,
Tama, Doc.
diba?
Mm.
What I want,
Basing on my observation lang, para sa
mm-mm,
akin lang to. So, we have our own opinions lang, pero yun
mm-mm.
nga. Okay, Doc, continue, Doc.
Parang good. One thing is that we do have mental health law, which is good. Second is that,
Which is, excuse me, I'm sorry. Could you explain just a little bit what the mental health law
oh my God, that's
is?
really
No,
ano.
just like a short, like
Ah,
Parang ano lang,
what
parang
it
mm,
brings to the table.
well, technically, the mental health bill, the one good thing about it is that it's giving a service to community level. Before kasi parang in a we just see it as a parang physical, a part of physical health. It's a part of
Mm-hmm.
physical, something to do with, and law encompassing just within the physical health. But now we do have this one big mental health law that says, for example, that companies should have psychologists then, and they need to have this mental health program within different communities, like within school, within companies, within government, so, or even barangay. So parang it's like a strong law that says that mental health is really, it's a must for all. So,
Okay.
Mm.
and syempre, law is equals to budget as well. So somehow it's a realization na that the government is funding for mental health.
Mm-hmm. Which is
But
really, really good.
again, yeah, but again, nandito pa lang kasi tayo sa level ng, we do have this awareness but we don't know what to do with our knowledge, diba?
Mm-hmm.
In a normal conversations, like in a social media, we know that different words they're using, or I'm sure our kids have this sense of um more awareness level compare tayo way back then. I don't know your age, pero 'di ba? Like nung mga elementary days natin, we don't have an idea about the word depression per se, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike ngayon, that they know that this depression is a mental illness or there's a mental health. So it's a good thing. To be honest, it's a
Yeah.
good thing. But
Yes.
again, awareness awareness alone is not the key for us to have a progress, but still it's part of the progress. So somehow we embrace the idea na some, one at a time, maybe it's a baby step for all of us here in the Philippines to have that progress in terms of mental health. Pero in short, parang madami pa tayong bigas na isasayang at kakainin kasi sobrang layo pa ng kailangan natin gawin for it. But tulad nito, giving awareness to our audience is one way that we can contribute, diba?
That's true.
So there.
That's true. Yes. So,
Michael Amada said something.
ano?
It's all in the culture in the Philippines. Alcohol is being glorified. The attitude of staying in survival mode. No time to be sad mentality.
I see. Kasi parang it's like if you're, for example, having this difficulty in work, ganyan na parang, hey, labas tayo. Like, oh, inom lang
Tagay,
natin yan.
yeah.
Oo, diba?
Mm.
Yeah, it's being
Tagay.
glorified. Mm-hmm.
Um, somehow yes. Somehow yes. Pero,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like it's one thing that we have to point out. This isn't like my opinion and what I've seen in some of my peers and people I know back in the Philippines is when somebody is spiraling out of control, close to being a raging alcoholic, we don't point it out. We don't have interventions. We don't say, bro, you're having too much liquor, like things are getting out of control. We're like, oi, shut up.
Mm.
Let's go, let's party, like we
So, ano ka
condone
pa,
it. So,
ipupush ka pa, ipupush ka pa
yeah,
talaga.
i-push ka pa. Yeah,
Kasi
so,
aside from libre na yung inom mo, at the same time, ano, parang
mahimbing
socialization yung
ang tulog.
mahimbing yung tulog mo.
Well, kasi one thing,
But yeah,
wala din kasi tayo like in LA, for example. I'm sure you know the AA groups, they do have that,
yeah,
'di ba?
yeah,
In
yeah.
Philippines, we do have, pero hindi siya ganun kadami. Like, hindi ganun
Hmm.
kadaling maghanap ng AA group. Sorry, medyo maingay sa labas namin. I
That's
don't
all
know.
right.
Like,
It's not
anyway, so
disturbing. Okay.
yeah, so it's like the accessibility of service. That's one thing. It's one thing na
Hmm.
medyo wala tayo.
Mm.
Again, kakulangan ng professionals, like our education system is really not that, alam mo na, mahirap din talaga na makatapos with for psychology or psychiatrist that can
Hmm.
function. But again, we do have different programs that we can do na kahit hindi tayo psychologist. Like what I said, having that knowledge to psychoeducate within ourselves with psychological first aid. So let's try to normalize knowing psychological first aid as we know how to do CPR.
Mm.
Kumbaga,
Hmm.
i-level natin siya sa ganung way na parang lahat tayo. Like, diba, yung mga kabataan ngayon, tinuturuan mag-duck cover fold pag may earthquake. Why
Oo.
not try
Yeah.
to teach
Oo.
them on how to be more to
Aware.
psychoeducate themselves? Oh, to have that sense
Mm-hmm.
of
Tama.
awareness what to do if they're
Oo.
starting to have this emotional breakdowns or panic
Mm.
episodes, ganon. So, I'm
Walang
still hoping.
may mga program ba yan, Doc? Like
Yeah, are there movements or
movements or
organizations that
organization regarding
tackle these?
Mm-mm,
like high school students na binivisit ng mga
mm-mm,
ano natin, yung psychologists natin,
mm-mm.
pumupunta school to school
Yeah.
educating regarding mental
Um,
awareness. May mga ganun ba?
Actually, our senior high school do have personality development. I don't know specifically within curriculum if they do have this part of, aside from knowing themselves as to how they can manage stress, for example, diba?
Mhm.
So, kasi yun naman yung common codes ng any mental health problems eh, diba? Then nagsa-start yun sa how to manage our stress. Pag hindi natin siya na-manage, it might lead us to a more complex and difficult mental health concerns. So, to directly answer your question, I'm not sure, but we do have part of curriculum more of about personality and something to do with self, but not sure if something to do directly with mental hygiene. For psych related courses, yes, pero for all, I'm not sure. Which I hope na meron, diba?
Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
Doc G, is there like a comparison for treatment between older and younger generations for
Oh,
depression?
the generations.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
May comparison ba ng treatment?
Uh, I cannot say it directly for I mean within the context of psychologist idea, no? Kasi, syempre, different
Iba-iba
psychologists
naman.
do have different approach, different
Different
technique.
approach.
Pero for me din talaga, I kinda observe based on my past experience with different clients. If it's, I don't know siguro kasi older clients have this more concrete way of belief system na. Like, parang they have this core belief na on them. Na, sometimes, di ba, kung sino pa yung mas nakakatanda, sino pa yung nag-ano na, naku, nag-iinarte ka lang. Or, wala kang, ano lang yan, kulang ka lang sa pansin. Sometimes, ganon. Kumbaga,
Mm-hmm.
parang,
It's always like that,
Mm.
though. It's
Mm.
di ba?
always kulang ka sa pansin.
Parang
Yeah.
ganun. Always.
Oo.
Always talaga
PTSD.
parang yun yung pinaka first na diagnosis ng kaibigan mo
Tao.
Oo,
or
Yeah.
or
taong
PSP
nakakakita
ka
sa iyo.
lang.
or if
KSP ka lang.
that's a person na medyo nasa edad na with spirituality is the main parang helping mechanism nila, so sasabihin ka na kulang ka sa dasal. So
Mm.
in a way, parang like what I said, nandun na sila sa age ng maturity wherein their core values and belief system is so founded,
Intact.
like
Solid.
Intact na.
solid, oo. Kaya somehow we can still use the same approach, pero kung paano natin siya baliin, kung paano natin
Mahirap
siya bigyan ng certain approach, magkaiba siya.
magkaiba.
I mean, 'di ba? Like conversation na lang kapag mga
Oo.
kabataan, yung example ng ano ba, the problem is more of building relationship, finding selves, knowing identity,
Mm-hmm.
creating startup of career growth versus kapag medyo mas may edad, more of existential crisis, knowing the purpose, sustainability of that stand na you're on the top pick, ano nang kailangan mong gawin next, or takot ka na bumaba, something like that. So, from
Mm-hmm.
the, kumbaga, different scenario din kasi
Stages in
yung
life, huh?
Mm.
exactly, oo, magkaiba
Mm-hmm.
din kasi. So, somehow, the technique can be the same, but the atake per se, or how we kind of process it, magkaiba din talaga siya.
Is there like a rate or percentage daw kung sino yung may pinakamataas na depression rate or mental illness rate? Okay, wala si Doc. Bigla na lang namatay.
Nawala.
Nawala. So, anyway, thank you, Judel, for visiting
Thank you,
us.
Jodel. Hello, Jodel.
Hello. Kisa, Marie, thank you. And
Thank
then
you, sir.
our major sponsor,
Elena.
Elena Bracamonte. Thank you
Elena.
so much.
Hey.
Thank you. So, wait na lang natin si Doc G pag bumalik. Hindi naman tayo magsistay talaga ng matagal dito ngayon. Kasi
Yeah,
nga
we're almost done.
may class pa si Doc. Pero, tayo na natin bumalik para to give like uh, last words, last
Closing remarks.
closing remarks regarding. Pero anyway, as per Doc G, yun nga, kailangan mo na may acceptance tayo sa kung
Yeah,
anong nafe-feel
basically
natin.
just
Depende kasi
change
sa
views. Just
Mm.
kasi ano lang, you just look at it at a different angle, you know? If pag you're going through a bad time and you keep thinking about the negative na, for example, ang pangit ng lasa ng pagkain kanina, you know? Like, it's ruined my day. Like, my food was bad. I keep thinking
Yeta.
about bad things, you know? Be like, this is fucking up my week. Oh my god, I have that lunch. I went to Jollibee. I ordered spaghetti. They gave me palabok.
They gave me palabok. I ordered spaghetti. They gave me palabok.
Gave me palabok instead. She
Ito si
fucking up
Doc
my
G.
day. Si
Sorry.
Doc.
No,
Yeah.
no worries, Doc.
It's
No
alright.
worries.
Wait,
No worries.
I don't have audio.
You have.
There.
We can
Can
hear
you
you.
hear me?
Yes. We can hear
Uh,
you. We can absolutely hear you.
wait. I'm not using my headphones na because I'm charging. Actually, nalobat ako.
Alright.
Oh, okay lang. Pero naririnig mo kami, Doc?
I
Can
don't
you
have
hear us?
audio.
Can
Siguro
you
kasi wala
hear
kang
us?
need
Um,
to plug your
there. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Doc.
Wait,
We
it's
can hear you,
logging.
Doc.
Mute. It
Check,
says
check.
mute.
You're mute, huh? No, you're not mute.
No, you're not mute.
No, you're
You're
not
not
mute,
on
Doc.
mute.
We can hear you.
Okay, sige.
Okay. So,
Okay.
yun nga.
Sorry for that.
No worries, Doc.
Anyway,
Ano yan?
Um,
Nasaan ka na? Nasaan na nga yun?
Closing remarks. We're about to end this.
Yeah.
Probably what would be your advice, Doc, to everybody, you know, everybody's dealing with something. No, nobody's exempted. Everybody has problems and stress. So what are your advice to us, you know, like keep our mind healthy?
there's always a hope.
Wow. Wow. There's all. What if
So sweet.
what if you couldn't find hope, Doc? What if you couldn't find hope? Just believe that there's always hope, right?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Although, yeah.
Although, yeah. Read my lips. I don't understand the words that coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So, any last any advice to our
Sorry, I really can't hear you.
then we have
Okay,
to
then we're good.
then
you.
then we're good.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks, guys!
Thank
Super
you, Doc.
na-enjoy ko.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much. Nawala na naman ako pero wait na lang natin yung 5 minutes, eh. 5 na lang, eh. 5
Okay.
minutes na lang. Or we'll wait for 5 minutes. We'll just thank our viewers right now, our major
And our
sponsors.
sponsors.
Mhm. So again, we'd like to thank Doc G, Doc Gladys.
Thank you, Doc.
If you have any questions regarding this episode, or you have any increase or mental thing that's going on, if you need counseling, advice, or any stuff, you can directly go to this page. This is your Millennial Psychologist. It's on your screen right now. So just visit the page, send them a message, and just
Talk to them,
yes,
bleed your heart out, and they'll try to help us.
of course they will. That's their actually that's their main purpose why they're into that profession, to help you out.
Yeah, to help everybody. Yeah. And it's really cool that they're about awareness, they're trying to bring it to the light. So thank you.
Hopefully
Really cool.
will be more open to accepting uh medications, or I mean counselings. Wag po tayong mahiya pag may na-feel tayong something na hindi tama regarding sa pag-iisip natin or sa biglang pag-change ng attitude natin towards life and towards everything. Uh,
Hmm.
try to reach out with anyone, with anyone.
To
So
anyone.
to anyone, sorry, to anyone.
Yeah, reach
Uh,
out. Talk to
re-
everybody.
yes, we are
Mhm.
here as well. So the Toxic Show will always be your friend.
Yes.
Woo!
A little toxic, but we're
Yes,
still friendly.
yes. Anyway,
But yeah,
thank you again for tuning in to today's episode. We will be back on our regular show,
steady.
which is Friday, 8 p.m. Next week. So our next guest is still in
A
progress.
secret.
Secret
It's still a
surprise.
secret for now.
Mhm.
We're sorry.
So, popost lang namin kung alam niyo naman. Yung page
Yeah.
namin, paki-like na lang sa The Toxic Show. Hopefully, yung mga hindi pa nakasubscribe, subscribe na kayo ngayon. Hindi man kami ganun ka sikat or uh, sarap
Pogi.
pakinggan, pero or kapogi, pero we're doing our best. We're doing our best to entertain everyone, get all our viewers' opinion, and try to listen to your suggestions. So if you have any suggestions, guys, any recommendations, please feel free to comment down on any of our videos or directly DM us on our Facebook page. Okay. So anyway,
All right.
if you haven't visit, kung hindi pa kayo naka-visit sa Facebook page ng The Toxic Show, here's the link. Visit us, like us, and share everything. May 1 minute pa tayo para
Subscribe.
masarado nating
Watch everything.
yes, watch everything. So, pinaka-best kung may marinig kami sa inyong comment regarding kung anong gustong content yung gusto nyo, anong gustong topic yung gusto nyo. And again, nobody joined the giveaway for the best topic suggestion, which we will be featuring. So, kung nasa stream pa kayo o na-recap o na-replay nyo tong video na to, again, we are choosing one from all of your suggestions regarding our topic. And hopefully, makakomment kayo. Malay nyo, kausin lang to. Diba?
You don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching The Toxic Show.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day, great
Bye,
night,
guys.
weekend.
Good night.
Peace
Good
out.
night.